Watch me adjust an FD carbon interior.
So like with most composite pieces, if you're looking at this, everything takes a little bit of trimming to fit, especially coming right off the mold. We do our best to get it very, very close, but you'll notice here along this lip, I ended up trimming just to get any extra residue, any extra resin that we had left in here off. So that made it to where the hood now sits flush. This is the mounting point, so you just literally will drill directly into here if you want to hold it with one bolt, or here and here if you want to hold it with two. This piece is for your fog lights or the delete panel. This post you will go ahead and you just trim down slightly to go ahead and get it to fit. On the occasion you might run into gapping issues back here, so this is what I had on this panel in particular. I had to go ahead and take a little bit of material off, and then this top hole up here is actually, you don't press this, it doesn't really matter, but you can bolt it in or you can not. Regardless, this would just be a simple thing of shimmy it, up, down, depending on which position you're in. So this one now fits fine. The cigarette lighter, oftentimes there's a lot of excess material around here, so you're going to want to go ahead and drill that out. Take a Dremel, and this applies not only to the things that we make here with ETI, but it's going to apply for if you buy something from China or if you buy something really from any other person who's working with composites and making these. But you simply trim these two down. So you bore this out to get this to fit, and then you have this piece, and this is just going to fit directly on top of these two, so like that. If it's a little too high, you're going to go ahead and again simply just bring this down a little bit, bring this down a little bit, and that'll go ahead and get this piece to sit flush on here like so. And then over here on this side, you have the same thing with this end. On this one, it's going to be completely flip-flop for left hand and right hand, but with this one, you're going to go ahead and you're going to put it in. Oftentimes, and this is the case on this one, you're going to have this post, and this post might be off by a little bit, and because it's such a high position, there's not really a lot of room that you can do to move it, right? So what you're going to do is you're actually just going to elongate this hole a little bit, either this way or this way, depending on which direction the post is, and you simply align it, screw it in, and it'll go ahead and fit flush within that hole. So how this one is, you can see it does fit about perfect in that hole. However, with this, you notice that the post is just ever so slightly off by about a millimeter. So yeah, all we would do here is just simply drag this hole open a tiny bit and call it a day. Down here, we make this flat. Thing is, when you're working with these cars and they're 30 some odd years old, the OEM one you'll see does look like this, and you have this piece that'll go ahead and you put on directly like the opposite way. You go ahead and you put on like this, right? And it'll go ahead and line it up, and then you go ahead and have this which is going to bolt it into your dash and keep it secure. This we simply went ahead and put just like so, and you go ahead and you line it up with your car specifically. I do go ahead and leave marks on here just to show you exactly where to drill this in, but on the offhand chance you don't get it, all you do is you basically just go ahead and go like this, align the bottom of that, and it should line up about perfectly. If your car is a slight bit off to the left or to the right, up, down, you can go ahead and move it. And that's about it. So some people will go ahead and comment about the fitment of your turn signal indicators here, right? So this is the OEM fit, and you're going to go ahead and put it in. They're going to say, oh, there's a gap, there's a gap, there's a gap. Well, if you look at your OEM one, there's a big gap right here in the OEM. And then we'll get the same thing oftentimes about the hazard lights that go into the radio display. If you look at your OEM radio display, your hazard button is actually depressed already, and it doesn't sit flush. So unless you're, I think there's the newer 97 plus or something got flush mounted hazard lights, or the hazard button. But anyways, so yeah, basically that's how you're going to go ahead and modify this to then fit your car. The big challenge you're going to run into with the UC10 in particular is going to be these hoods. So you'll notice on this hood, what I had to do is I actually take this and you're going to round it off and then cut down. You're going to do the same on this side, round it off and then cut down. That's how you're going to go ahead and modify this to then fit your car. The big challenge you're going to run into with the UC10 in particular is going to be these hoods. So you'll notice on this hood, what I had to do is I actually take this and you're going to round it off and then cut down. You're going to do the same on this side, round it off and then cut down. The reasoning behind that is if you look into here, you have this display that's going to come up and give you all this tight fit that's right here. And it actually, we close the gap on the top so that way you get a little bit more room so you can actually see your display. Unfortunately, when you close this brings everything up, so the hood in turn has a couple issues. Like if you notice here, you have ample room. You can go ahead and get it in there like this. We'll go ahead and fit in there just fine. Get that little guide hole there. Anyways, but it'll fit in there just fine with no problems. This one, you go ahead and you get it in there. Now it fits fine with a little bit of finagling. In one-handed, it's not fun, but so now you get this in, and getting it in one-handed is kind of a pain. But you'll notice that here we have everything that lines up. That lines up perfectly. It'll come out and it'll line up directly with your dash. This should shift a little bit. And then the whole way along there is no gap, and you get over to the other side here and it does line up flush with this angle. So yeah, you're going to do the same thing for any other UC10 dash that you get. Alternatively, if you have a UC10 dash from us, such as this one, sorry, not UC10, if you have an IC7 dash from us, such as this one, the back bezel is like OEM, so you don't have to worry about doing any excess trimming to your gauge hoods.